Hello guys and welcome to another video. The Patton was the first 16-inch tire wheel from Leaperkim, and what a wheel! It was small, powerful, with a great suspension. Surprisingly, 2 years later, Leaperkim decides to release an update of this wheel, enter the Patton S. No one expected this. Traditionally, EUC makers, with the exception of InMotion, don't release updates of their past wheels. They prefer to renew the hype with new models. What kind of updates the Patton S is offering here, and is it worth it? In this video, as always, I'm gonna go through the specs of this wheel, and then I'll let you know what I like and don't like about this electric unicycle, and finally, I'll give you my conclusions about the Patton S. Before that, a gentle reminder to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any new video. I would also like to give a big shout out to Jason from Ewheels for providing this demo Patton S and making this video possible. If you would like to get the Patton S, there is a link in the description down below. Using my link really helps the channel as well. In advance, thank you very much. The Patton S is a 16-inch tire wheel. It is equipped with Samsung 50S batteries with a capacity of 2220 Wh. Suspension-wise, we have the traditional fast-taste hydraulic suspension. It is available with 3 ratings, 62, 66 and 70 pounds. This unit is equipped with the 62 pounds suspension. At the front, you got a headlight, a front handle and the typical Leaperkim foot knobs. On the sides, no stock pads, but 2 new spike pedals. At the back, you got a back handle, a tail light that is quite visible, and a kickstand. At the top, you got a trolley handle and a Game Boy style speedometer display. Versus the Patton, Leaperkim updated a few things on the Patton S. Design-wise, they rounded the top of the battery cases, and they made the trolley handle a bit slimmer. They included a smart BMS, similarly to what you can get on the Lynx and the Sherman L. On the suspension, they included progressive springs. The stock tire has been changed, it's now some kind of hybrid street knobby tire. But I see that you can also get the wheel with a standard street tire. Leaperkim massively reduced the weight of the wheel. The Patton S is 8.5 pounds lighter, with a total weight of 80.5 pounds. That's pretty much it. Let's go now with the things I like with the Patton S. I like the design of the wheel. Yes, it's another typical Leaperkim black wheel, but Leaperkim is updating an existing wheel here, so it makes sense to see the same design of the Patton on the Patton S. I like what they did at the top of the wheel, and it makes the wheel look cooler. On top of this, it's not an orange wheel, so it's a win in my book, as I always say. The number one thing I like with the Patton S is its weight. When you step on the wheel, that's the one thing you notice on the spot. The wheel feels extremely light. It really gave me Falcon vibes, except that it's more powerful. At my weight, the wheel will start to beep from 45 miles per hour. So for its use case, you have a lot of headroom with the Patton S. In traffic, it felt good and safe. 2 things that were missing with the Falcon. The Patton S is really fun to ride. I've always liked 16-inch tire wheels. My main daily driver has been for a long time the Bigot Extreme. I now much prefer bigger wheels, but when I went back to the Patton S, it was natural. The wheel is well balanced. In a typical Leaperkim fashion, the ride feel is great. The smaller package, paired with the lightweight, really pushes you to have fun with this wheel, more than any other bigger wheel. If you're into EUC tricks, you're gonna like this wheel a lot. I like the new pedals of the Patton S. The pedals used to hurt my feet a lot. On this one, they are perfectly fine. On the Patton S, they also included the pedals management software that you can find on the Lynx or the Sherman L. You can change the pedal hardness from 0 to 100%. On top of this, you also have the dynamic assist functionality. On this unit, the pedals are set to 16%, which means that the pedals will be quite soft. Set the dynamic assist to 0%. The reason for that is because the wheel is quite light, so it doesn't need anything more to go fast. With these settings, for me, the wheel feels great. I didn't need to set the pedals super hard like I did on the Sherman L, because here the soft mode behaves as expected. When we talk about suspension, they also updated on the Patton S the CNC bracket part that is holding the suspension rods on the wheel. On the Patton, it was a part that would fail regularly and would break your wheel big time. Leaperkim finally acknowledged that and updated this part on this wheel, and I like that. Alright, let's go now with the things I don't like with the Patton S. I don't like the stock knobby tire that is delivered with this wheel. I don't like it because it reminds me of the Master 60 knobby tire, meaning that when you want to carve, the wheel will fall on the side quite quickly. It's just not great, and my wheel, I would swap the tire on the spot, or I would go with a street tire. This unit is delivered with a suspension rated at 62 pounds. For me, it's not enough. I would go with the 66 or 70 pounds suspension. At 62 pounds, it's just too soft. I would bottom this wheel all the time. Talking about suspension, because the wheel is so lightweight, when you pass bumps, sometimes it will feel a bit unstable. Of course, you can't compare versus the right feel on a bigger wheel, because on a heavier EUC, the wheel is more planted passing bumps. It's just the laws of physics, nothing new here. It's just something that you need to be aware of. I did not like the braking on the Patton S. It's okay-ish, it's fine, but it could be better. I don't really get why the braking on this wheel is not that great, because taking off wise, the Patton S is awesome. The wheel would just take off, like on the spot, but braking wise, it's not great. The Patton S is very powerful. In my opinion, it could almost hit 50 miles per hour. But the wheel is so light and small that I would not recommend doing that on this EUC. In the past, I've done 50 miles plus per hour on several 16-inch tire wheels. These wheels were heavier, and it was already sketched as is. On this one, I would not recommend it. It's not a use case for the Patton S. We went with the things I liked and didn't like about the Patton S. In conclusion, who is this wheel for, and what do I think about it? I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed riding the Patton S. With the lightweight, it really reminded me of the Falcon, which was another wheel that I liked a lot. Except that this time the wheel is more powerful. I think that it was not an easy task for Leaperkim to top what they already did with the original Patton. The wheel got refreshed, and we now have an electric unicycle that will fit a lot of use cases. It's a great commuter wheel. Like, it's super light, it's small, it has a great trolley handle, and it's powerful. The Patton S is also a perfect first wheel. You can learn how to ride on it and then keep it going on your EUC journey. For off-road and EUC tricks, I think it's a great fit as well. To me, the Patton S sits between the Falcon and the Blitz. Seeing so many new EUCs released every year, I've always regretted that EUC makers would not take the time to refresh their existing wheels and make them better. That's exactly what Leaperkim did with the Patton, creating in the process one of the best lightweight electric unicycles.
Alright, we got a crew here. Oh yeah.
That's a genius at work right there, bro. We're gonna be in this next video.